Ndị be anyị kenekwanụ m unu. Anyị si ka nke onye chiri ya zerụkwa. Anyị si n'ụbọchị nke taa dịrị na anyị na mma, na ihe ya dịka echi na echi ada agwụ agwụ, otu anyị kwuru otu akọ ya dịrịrị. Ise ise ise. Dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Eastern News 24 ka anyị si na-ewetara ya bụ ozi ọnụ ụjọ gị na ugbu a n'iru akwụkwọ kpasịta maka ya bụ ife unu na anụ na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya. Anụ nwere onwe a na-azụ n'ala Igbo, ya bụ ife ka na-ewetara na Eastern News 24. Ya wetara n'iru akwụkwọ bụ n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ according to one of the Biafran activists, and he quotes, "Stay on the matters arising on the Biafran Prime Minister update and investigation in Finland." Breaking news. As the Finnish authorities and Nigerian authorities concludes investigation concerning Mazi Simon Ekpa. Hear the news in details. All right. According to one I go 247 wetara ya bozi n'iru akwụkwọ ọ ya masị m na ige ya bụ ife nke oji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ ife iji ya bụ ya bụ ịtụsara ya bụ ozi ka orutu ụmụnna ndị ọzọ aka. All right, over to you, sir.
I bring greetings. Today it has come to our notice that the Finnish authority, after their investigation with Nigeria authorities, you can imagine when Finland investigate with Nigeria together on Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile. I wonder the kind of teamwork that must have gone on there. I wonder the kind of information Nigeria authorities would have given to Finnish government. We know together, everybody knows, even the Finnish government knows, that the Nigerian government have no human right, and their every information passed to them according to the report. Any information that Nigeria is going to pass to them is based on hate against the Igbos, against the Biafrans, and against the suppressions of and the persecution of our people. Because in Nigeria today, when you look at what is going on, you don't need anybody to tell you that you don't have anything to trust about Nigeria. They have no human rights. There are cases of human rights abuse. You can see Mazi, you can see the persecution and the massacring of Christians. You can see how they have breeded the bandit and they recruited them into the military. You can also see how the bandits, they call the terrorists, we know they are, but they call them bandits. So we are using their terms as Nigeria use bandits, but we know that these are non-terrorists that have been recruited into Nigeria army. They have been pardoned on several occasions. They have been repenting. We've seen them recruit them into police. We've seen them reintegrate them into the society for no reason. Excuse me. And I want us to know that these people they are integrating and they recruiting are the same people that have claimed people's communities, taken over people's community. We name them. Why the people they have the remnant of those that they killed are in IDP camp. They come back and they claim they repented. Why the communities they have taken by force and they renamed to their names are still in their possession, and Nigeria government will forgive them and they reintegrate them and they regroup them and they reintegrate them and even pay them monthly allowances, and they will be recruited into Nigeria army and into Nigeria police. The evidences are there in the public. So today the transnational repression as growing threat to the rule of law and the human right. The Nigerian regime co-opting the current Finland government and the President Alexander Stubb in targeting Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, using detention authorized through pro forma but meaningless legal procedure. This method includes misuse of Finnish NBI and other forms of interstate legal assistance such as anti-money laundering and the anti-terror financing measures. You will recall that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was accused of public incitement to commit a crime with terrorist intent and the participation in the activities of a terrorist group by Chief Criminal Police Inspector Otto Hitunen from the KRP. I want you to know that Simon Ekpa has been accused of associating with criminal organization or terrorist organization, and I want you to know that this criminal organization or terrorist organization are the people that are fighting to liberate themselves. Biafans, everybody, because outside this Biafra, outside this Biafra government, we don't know any other group that Simon Ekpa belonged to. So all these are what we are expecting that they will come to explain in the court. So according to the Chief Criminal Police Inspector Otto Hitunen from the KRP, the suspicion of a crime is a result of a large-scale terrorism investigation by the Central Criminal Police. I wonder if they carried out any investigation or this is all the information supplied to them by Nigerian government. The case will be next. The case will be next. The case will next be transferred to the Deputy Prosecutor General for consideration of charges. In other words, this case and the investigation is not final, that the case is going to be transferred to somebody else who is more superior, and according to the information, the case has been the case will be next. The case will be next transferred to the Deputy Prosecutor General for consideration of charges. They are not sure yet until the Deputy Prosecutor General has endorsed that these charges against Simon Ekpa is okay. So until then, the case has been investigated together with the Nigerian authorities because the consequences of the public incitement and the activities of the terrorist group are suspected to have occurred in Nigeria, says the head of the investigation. Chief Criminal Police Inspector Otto Hitunen from the KRP. Council of Europe, transnational repression as a growing threat to the rule of law. Human Rights Committee on Legal Affairs and the Human Rights. The Parliamentary Assembly noted that there are four main methods of transnational repression. One, former method of transnational repression. 1. Direct attack, by which an origin state carries out a targeted physical attack against an individual abroad, such as assassination, assault, enforced disappearance, physical intimidation, or violent force rendition. 2. Co-opting other countries to act against a target using detention, unlawful deportation, and the other types of forced rendition, which are authorized through pro forma but meaningless legal procedure. This method include misuse of Interpol, red notices, extradition proceeding, and the other forms of interest, legal assistance such as anti-money laundering and the anti-terror financing measures. And we can see that this is what Nigeria done or have done against our leader Mazi and the Kano. 3. Impediment to mobility such as passport cancellation and the denial of consular service, preventing the target from traveling or causing them to be detained. 4. Threat from a distance, including online intimidation or surveillance, and the concern by proxy in which a person, family, loved one, or business partner is threatened, imprisoned, or otherwise targeted. The Assembly condemned all forms and the practices of transnational repression, including those directly performed by an origin state outside its border, and those where an origin state co-opt other states to act unwillingly or unlawfully against a targeted person in their own authority. So when you look at all this, you will know why Nigeria has finally come back to tell you that they are that now they have nothing like that they have nothing like a terrorist charge against Simon Ekpa. I just want you to understand what is playing and what they are playing. Now, the United States of Biafra government has just learned that the current Finnish government, through their deputy prosecutor, has charged the prime minister on ground known only to them, and their charges read: the Deputy Prosecutor General has decided to charge Ekpa with public incitement to commit a crime with terrorist intent and the participation in a terrorist group. I'm still asking the terrorist group which he participated. The charges are part of a large investigation in which the Central Criminal Police arrest 5 people, 4 of whom were suspected of financing a terrorist crime. 4 of the 5 suspects were released during the preliminary investigation. The charges were filed on Friday morning. The case will be heard in the Bajat Hamar District Court. A hearing date has not yet been set. Note: they failed to announce to the public that the charges against these same 4 people they are claiming now has been dropped and discharged, as the investigation did not yield any result. As the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oronigbo stated during the Independence Convention that this is now between Finland government, Biafra government, and the terrorist Nigeria regime. More updates will be coming up later. I just want us to know that these people have nothing to do to show but to tell you lies upon
ndị be anyị ngwadalụ ole nenu dịka unu si wee na-esola n'iru akwụkwọ n'ihe nke anyị na-eme na Eastern News 24. Ka efi were ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile nọ n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Ka efi wee ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife drọpụrụ ife iche n'ụdị nke gị ngwa nke mesịa na ụmụnne m.